Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel today. So for those of you who followed me for a long time, you know I'm all about you doing your own crafting and enjoying it. So I wanted to make sure to show you a video on how you can make your own stickers. And I'm going to demonstrate two ways today. One is by downloading files that may be hand-drawn by other people like myself. Another way is how to use the fonts that are already in the Cricut. So in my last video, many of you saw that I'm working in my scripture writing journal, and I'm hand lettering my titles and my chapters, but I wanted to add a little bit more sparkle and shine to my journal. So I decided to convert those hand drawings into JPEG files and PNG files that I could upload into my Cricut and then be able to cut them out. But for those of you that don't own a Cricut, you're not left out either, because I do make these available on my Etsy store. I will cut them out for you, but if you're interested in learning how to do this yourself, stay tuned. So I've been guilty of it. I've gone to Walmart, and I took a few pictures for you last week when I visited Walmart, and I like those 98-cent stickers. The thing is, usually with those, there's only 1 or 2 letters each. So for example, if I'm doing 30 chapters of Psalms, I need to write out Psalms at least 30 times. So I really have to buy, 15 sheets of these letter stickers. So in the end, it's going to cost me like $15 just to get enough letter stickers to spell out the word Psalms. And then I have a whole bunch of other stickers left on those sheets with no letter A's, no letter P's, no L's, and no M's. So it really doesn't do me any good, and I always feel like I'm wasting so much stickers because I hardly ever use the X, Y, and Z, so why do I keep paying for sticker letters? So finally, I figured out how to use vinyl. I don't know why I waited so long to use Cricut vinyl. So let me show you how to do that. What you're going to do is go to my website right here if you want to use the files that I'm offering. And you'll subscribe right up here with your email address. And after you subscribe, I'll immediately send you an email with the password for the resources section. So this is specifically for my viewers like you and my followers on Instagram. You get the password in order to enter my resources section. Here is where I offer free printables for you and things that you can use with your Cricut machine. Now, after you type in your password, it'll say protected resources, and you'll need to enter the password that's in that email. Then this section will show for you. Now, some of these I don't have photos, but you can click on them and they will show up. You can scroll down, and in the Bible journaling section, you'll see I've actually provided the images. This is kind of still a work in progress, so I may combine some of these in the future so it doesn't overtake the whole page. But just for example's sake, let's do the Book of Psalms today. So we'll click on that, and you'll see I've created a large JPEG file for you. Just right-click it and say Save Image As, and save it to your computer. So here I've created a folder just for my Cricut files, and that's where I saved it, and then click Save. After you've saved it, go to design.cricut.com. If you don't have an account, register for an account free. There is no charge to use this software. This software is free. You do not have to subscribe to Cricut Access in order to use this. There's so many ways you can use this software with your Cricut machine without subscribing to Cricut Access. Click on New Project. Okay, so now here's where you'll click Upload, Upload Image, and you'll see the different file types. You can upload PNG, JPEG, GIF, SVG, DXF, or bitmap. Click Browse, go find that file, and click Open. Now, since this is only black and white, the easiest and cleanest way to use these files is to click Simple. Then click Continue. Now what you're going to do is take this tool up here in the upper left, select and erase. Come touch this area, and you'll see this grid appear. That means it's making it transparent now. Also click on the insides of all these letters, because otherwise it will come out solid, and you don't want those areas to be solid. And click Continue. So now you'll see you have two options. There's a Print and Cut, Save as Print then Cut, or there's just Save as a Cut Image. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to highlight this one. When you've clicked on it, it will turn green, and I'm going to save it as Psalms and Bible Journaling, and click Save. Now I can use this file. You can see I've kind of been messing with it some, and I have some other things in here I've been playing with. But the most recent one you've uploaded will be right here in the top left. So I'm going to click on that. It turns green, and then click Insert Images. And there it is in my file. Now if you look up here, there's some small numbers. Size means the width is 6.9. The height is a little more than 3. Well, that's a lot wider than my journal that I'm using. Now, if you're using a bullet journal, this is just about the right width for you, or an A5 size. But my journal that I'm using right now is much smaller, so I'm going to go down to, say, 3.5 inches. So now, when I do that, it automatically changes the height, because this little lock is on. If you click it and it opens, then it won't keep that, and you do have the potential to squish your word or to stretch it out. And if you want some other looks, you can do that. But I usually stick with keeping my proportions locked so that the file stays exactly the same. Now this is where it can get really fun, because you can do a lot of options. So say I want a big title in a journal. Say I want a 5-inch title. So I'll make it 5 inches wide, but then I'll click on it, do a right click, and say Duplicate. So I have another copy, but say I want to make the chapters smaller, like the one in my journal here. So let's say I only want that one to be 3 inches. So I click that, and I have that. And say I want several of those, because I know I have several in my book. So I can duplicate. Now, don't worry about how this looks. Cricut fixes all of that for us later. The other option you have too is, instead of using a file that's created by someone already, you can create your own sticker sheets by just using the free text available in Cricut Design Space. Click on Text, go down here, and type in that word. When you go here, you can click on the font, and you have a huge array of fonts to choose from. Now, most of these are going to cost you. For example, to purchase this writing font is $4.99, but you don't have to pay for fonts. Instead, you can go up here to this top menu and click on System. When you click on System, it'll show you all the fonts you already have on your computer, and you can use any of these. You can also download free fonts from, say, Font Squirrel or defont.com and add other styles to it. So say I want another writing style, say like this one right here. So there, with just a click of a change, it changed what that looks like. And it tells me this is about 2.5 inches by 1/2 inch tall. Say I want it to be 3 inches as well. Just come back up here, again hit the number 3, and there you go. So you can even do this with individual letters or individual numbers to come up with all the chapters and verses that you want to use. And then say you have everything that you think you want to use in your journal. You can go up here and click Make It. Now what that does is Cricut automatically formats it and puts it on your mat for you. Now if you don't have a 12 by 12 sheet on there, that's okay. Say you only have a piece that is 6 inches wide. You can click on each one of these manually and you can move them where you want on this mat, and you can cut them out however you like. So at that point, I click Continue. It'll connect to the Cricut, and then I always set mine to Custom. I have a Cricut Explore Air 2, so I turn my dial to Custom, and I click on Browse All Materials. I select Vinyl, and then the one I'm using, you'll see it written on your Cricut packaging. So mine on my Cricut packaging says Premium Vinyl Holographic. So you'll see that right here with this little symbol. That means Cricut has its own brand that you can buy online or in store, and I'll link that below. And now you'll see it's ready to go. So now all I do is load and cut, and I have my own stickers. So I hope this helped you out today to figure out how to download from my website for free and get all of these hand-drawn files, or how you can even use the existing fonts that you already have on your own Cricut in order to get the same effect for your journal. Now, if you really like my particular one and you want to order those stickers from me, and because you don't have a Cricut machine or it's too complicated for you, then feel free to go to my shop. If you click on this link on my website, it'll go to my Etsy store. And there in my Etsy store, you can order which stickers you want, and you have the option to select different colors and different types. So for example here, black or white vinyl, or the holographic vinyls, powder blue. There's a whole selection of colors, and I can add more colors if there's a different one that you would prefer. So just let me know, and if you're wanting me to cut out those stickers for you, I can do that. So I hope this tutorial helped y'all out. Thank y'all so much for stopping by, and feel free again to subscribe at my blog and download those free files so that you can use them on your own Cricut machine as well. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video and you're going to make your own stickers, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll have another Cricut tutorial for you very soon. See you next time.